Today we're learning about the volume of a pyramid. The volume of a pyramid is 1/3 the product of the area of the base and the height of the pyramid. If you look here, here's the formula. V equals 1/3 capital B times H. Remember, capital B stands for area of the base. In these pyramids, we have to make sure we're really good detectives. If you look at this pyramid here, this pyramid has a square base. If we're finding the area of the base, we would use the formula A equals length times width. If we take a look at the height of the pyramid, we know that it's the height because it's perpendicular to our base, and it has the little square to show that it's perpendicular. Let's take a look at question letter A. In question letter A, we first look for our base. The base of this pyramid is a rectangle because it has side lengths of 3 and 4. So when we write out our formula, we start with V equals 1/3 capital B times H. Now when we substitute in, we start with capital V equals 1/3. In place of our capital B, we have to use our formula for this shape. The shape of our base is a rectangle. So in place of my capital B, I'm writing in length times width. And the height of my pyramid stays as H. So here I'm writing in 1/3 length times width times height. Now I can substitute in my variables with their numbers. I leave my 1/3 alone, and I'm going to label my shape. My 3 is my length, my 4 is my width, and the 7 is the height of my pyramid. My L I substitute in with 3, my W is 4, and my H is 7. Now I can use my calculator and I can substitute in my variables with those numbers. And on my calculator, I'm going to write in 1 ABC3 times 3 times 4 times 7. And I'm going to get that the volume of this pyramid is 28 feet cubed. And that's my answer. In the next pyramid, my base is a different shape. I can see that the base of this pyramid is a triangle. So now I have to write out my formula again. Volume equals 1/3 capital B times H. When I replace my capital B in this pyramid, I'm replacing my capital B with the formula for area of a triangle because the base of this pyramid is a triangle now. So my capital B is really base times height divided by 2. And then I multiply that by the height of my pyramid. So the first thing I write down is volume equals 1/3. In this place, I have to use the base. So I have to rewrite this shape here. My base times my height of the base of my pyramid is this right here is my base. So it's 17 5/10 times the height is right here. That's 6 divided by 2. And then the H over here is the height of my pyramid. So this was my height of my base. This is the height of my pyramid. Remember, the height of the pyramid is always perpendicular to the base. So that would be 10. Now I can do what's inside my parentheses first. So I leave my 1/3 alone, and I find the area of my base first. So I would do 17 5/10 times 6, which is 105, divided by 2, and I leave my 10 on the outside. Now I do 105 divided by 2 because it's still inside parentheses. So 1/3 times 52 5/10 times 10. Now in my calculator, I can just write in these 3 numbers and multiply them. I'm going to do that up here because I ran out of space. So volume equals 1 ABC3 times 52 5/10 times 10 gives us 175, and I put in my units, meters cubed. Now in our last shape, this is my favorite one because this one I have my area of my base already because they gave me my capital B. So cool. So when I write my formula out, I write volume equals 1/3 capital B times H. And now all I have to do when I substitute my capital B, it's already 48. So I multiply 48 and the height of my pyramid is 9. Now when I multiply these out, I write out 1 ABC3 times 48 times 9, and I get 144 millimeters cubed.